Saint Nicholas, a life of faith, generosity, and joy. Saint Nicholas, Bishop Santa Claus, feast day December 6th. Saint Nicholas, a beloved bishop of Myra in the 4th century, is celebrated for his generosity, compassion, and protection of the poor and children. Over centuries, his legendary acts of kindness became part of the popular figure known as Santa Claus, who brings joy and gifts during Christmas. Saint Nicholas' life reminds us of the power of love, charity, and faith in action. History of Saint Nicholas and Santa Claus. Saint Nicholas was born around 270 AD in the city of Patara in modern-day Turkey. From a young age, he was known for his deep faith, piety, and concern for the poor and suffering. Orphaned early, he inherited wealth that he used to secretly help those in need, particularly children and widows. One famous story recounts how he saved 3 sisters from poverty by secretly providing them with dowries so they could marry, an act that inspired his reputation as a gift giver. Nicholas became the Bishop of Myra, where he continued his ministry of charity and miracles. His reputation spread far and wide, and after his death on December 6, 343 AD, people began honoring him with feasts, prayers, and legends. Over time, his acts of secret generosity evolved into the figure of Santa Claus in Western culture, blending his Christian legacy with local traditions and folklore. Today, Saint Nicholas is remembered as a model of selfless giving, care for the needy, and faithfulness to God. Reflection on the readings: Isaiah 30 minutes and 19 seconds to 21, 23 to 26, 9:35. Isaiah reminds us of God's care and guidance. God promises to listen to our cries, provide sustenance, and lead us on the right path. Like Saint Nicholas, who followed God's call to serve others, we are invited to trust in God's direction and offer help to those in need. God's light shines even in dark times, guiding our steps and restoring our joy. Matthew 9:35-10-1, 5a, 6-8. In this passage, Jesus goes through towns teaching, healing, and preaching the good news. He calls his disciples to share in this mission of service and compassion. Saint Nicholas embodied this mission through his life, preaching through action, bringing relief to the poor, and healing the broken-hearted through acts of charity. We are called to follow his example by bringing God's love to others in tangible ways. Lessons from the Feast of Saint Nicholas. 1. True faith expresses itself in love and generosity toward others. 2. Acts of kindness, no matter how small or secret, have the power to change lives. 3. God calls each of us to serve and guide others, just as he guides our own steps. 4. Joy comes not from receiving, but from giving and lifting the burdens of others. Question for reflection: how can I follow Saint Nicholas' example by using my gifts, time, or resources to bring hope and joy to someone in need today?